Bond laughed. When I'm concentrating, he explained, I never have more than one drink before dinner. But I do like that one drink to be large and very strong and very cold and very well made. I hate small portions of anything. This drink's my own invention. I'm going to patent it when I can think of a good name. Chapter 7, Casino Royale, Ian Fleming. Hello and welcome to this week's Saturday Evening Cocktail. Here we are after a week away. I hope everyone had a lovely Easter. Where were we away for a week? Well, it wasn't so much to pray and meditate on the holiest of feast days. No, I told everybody, keep wearing your masks, keep washing your hands, did you? Not a lot of people did. We had the COVID. The COVID ripped through our houses, but you know what? We made it out on the other side, everybody. We looted the antibodies. We're going to be safe. We're going to have a good summer. Happy spring, everybody. Everybody be safe. Continue to take care of each other. And now we're back. Joke's on you, COVID. We made it out. Now, anyway, it's not every week that we get a request, but when we do, we want to make sure we do the drink. So, Uncle Rick, this one's for you. Everybody, the Vesper Martini is a drink whose origins can be very easily traced. In fact, it is the 1953 novel that I quoted above. James Bond orders a drink, 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 measure of vodka, and half a measure of quina lillet, shaken very well with ice until cold, and then adding a large slice of lemon peel. Now, this was reintroduced into the modern consciousness in the current James Bond movies, the Daniel Craig movies, with Casino Royale, of course, that being the really, really good movie that everybody remembers. That was followed by the movie that nobody remembers, followed by the movie that was pretty good, that was kind of that, kind of cross between The Dark Knight and Home Alone, followed by the movie that was terrible, that nobody talks about, and the movie that I haven't seen yet. But that one kind of reintroduced Bond to the modern culture and really reintroduced this drink to the modern culture. Now, this drink was reintroduced in Casino Royale during the poker scene. And of course, he orders it almost in sort of an off-the-cuff, rather humorous way, almost in such a way to sort of distract his table mates. Then sips it and says, this is pretty good. I have to think of a name for this. So he sort of keeps that almost as an Easter egg to the people who, kind of remember reading the original text. And of course, the thought of the Vesper Martini sort of remains. Unfortunately, today, in the year 2022, we can't so much wander up to a bar and order it exactly the way Agent Bond would have, for a couple of reasons. First of all, Gordon's gin is specified in the book, and it is specified in the most recent version of the film. In 1992, Gordon's gin actually reduced its proof. Now, this is actually sort of important. So the Gordon's gin that was considered in the book is a different gin. So in this case, a lot of people feel if you want to go back to the original alcohol quotient of the original drink, you would want to use a higher proof vodka. We're going to step ahead of that because we're actually going to use Tanqueray gin. So we're going to kind of try and balance that out. Now, Bond requests the drink be extra cold. People always talk about James Bond ordering his martini shaken, not stirred. And, the martini snobs kind of say, Bond ordered a watered down martini. But if you look at this as being kind of one of the first martinis that he ordered, ordering it as with this particular gin in mind, the higher proof gin, shaking it, getting it very cold, waters it down, but you're starting it out as a higher proof gin. So actually, there's a little bit of thought put into that as well. So, you're kind of getting ahead of this little bit of extra dilution. So another reason why he's sort of seeking the higher proof spirits. Now, as for the other difference, this is the most important thing. The quina lillet was actually discontinued in 1986. There was an aromatized wine in the aperitif family made with cicona bark from Peru, and it had quinine as such as part of the ingredient, as part of the drink itself. The most common substitution is something that we're going to be using is Lillet Blanc, which, again, it's a very nice aperitif wine. It retains some of the same floral and citrus notes, but it does lack the quinine. There is a Corsi Americano, which is a quinine-flavored aperitif wine, which I've actually never seen. Truth be told, I never looked for it because I've been pretty satisfied with the Lillet Blanc. But I think I will look for it. Now that's from the Asti province of Italy. And again, I've never really looked too hard for it, but I think next time I'm out, I'll give it a look. I'm gonna try to get around the bitterness and the quinine issue. The other recipes, one published in Esquire in 2006, actually recommended that you use some bitters to kind of pull out some of those sort of quinine notes. And we're going to be using some grapefruit bitters in today's recipe. So, kind of use that because I don't have any quinine powder kicking around the house. Now, of course, the first episode of our program, way over 2 years ago, I made something called the Mind Eraser, which I thought was an original drink. And that was equal parts vodka, vermouth, and gin. And, I thought I was hot stuff making that. But in fact, the Vesper Martini was ordered in Diamonds Are Forever. But another character altered it by using a very high quality vermouth, which Bond commented was a possibility if you could use that. Of course, it wasn't used. The drink itself is an equal parts drink. So again, a lot of interesting history to this particular drink. Of course, we've made just a regular martini as well on this program. So I think this is a great drink, and it's an interesting twist. A little bit of great character history. So let's have some fun. Let's have a drink. As Bond requested, it is large and strong and well made, and we're going to make it nice and cold. So let's do just that. So we are using Tanqueray gin, and Tanqueray, this is just your standard Tanqueray. They have a few different flavors out now, and this does clock in at a higher proof. I believe it's 47% alcohol, and we are using 3 ounces, 1 and 2 and 3 ounces of this. And again, if you don't have a higher proof gin, you can use a higher proof vodka. I'm going to use Tito's, which is your standard 80 proof here. And 1 ounce of that. So 3-to-1 from the gin to the vodka. And again, the Lillet Blanc, which I'm just opening up a fresh bottle because I had an old bottle of that and it was not very pleasant. So I had to run out and get a fresh bottle of that. And 1/2 ounce of that. And again, to sort of get around our quinine issue and that little extra bitterness and that little extra kick, just a couple of drops of bitters, and I've got some grapefruit bitters that I'm just going to put in, and just a little extra zing to this. And that's it. Cover it. Let's get it good and cold. Get a nice shake. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's feeling good. Nice and cold. We are going to strain it into a martini glass. And a nice bit of lemon peel all the way around. Get those oils out and drop it in. And there we have it, everybody. Vesper Martini. Cheers. It's a nice drink. You really do. Obviously, the gin is right forward. The vodka backs it up. But again, a martini should be a gin-based drink if you're going with the clear spirit here. And again, the Lillet Blanc is different than the vermouth in a martini. It's just extra notes, a little extra floral note here. And I think the bitters do add something there. Again, I would have loved to have sat at a poker table and had it with the Quina Lillet, but it is what it is. This is a great drink, everybody. Cheers. Take care of each other. Call the people you love. Be safe. Take care of each other.
Fine, I'll do it myself.